What is decentralized finance, or in short, DeFi? What exactly does this concept refer to? Where did it start from, and what are its advantages and disadvantages? In this video, we'll answer these questions in a simple way for everyone to understand. Hi, my name is Christina, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here you'll find a lot of information from the crypto space, but also a few things about financial education and investing. So if you're interested in any of these topics, hit the subscribe button and activate notifications so you know when the next video is up. Today we talk about decentralized finances, a concept that is relatively new as the whole crypto market. The traditional financial market is based on centralization. The central authorities issue the currency, which is subsequently used by banks, governments, and traders. Therefore, central banks have the power to manage and regulate the flow and supply of these currencies on the market. People have several ways to multiply their money, in most cases by giving up control in favor of financial organizations such as banks. Deposits and savings generate interest, and the bank uses that capital to lend loans with higher interest. Another option is to invest in stocks, funds, or other financial instruments. Generally, these investments are made through brokers or specialized companies, so the investor also has little control. Problems arise when central authorities make the decision to issue a lot more money to cover a specific market demand, or to manage an economic crisis like the one generated by the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. Thus, inflation appears, which means a devaluation of money. Control methods that reduce the profitability of savings and/or investments are needed. The concept of decentralized finance is based on digital assets, protocols, smart contracts, and dApps built on the blockchain. DeFi is an open financial ecosystem where small financial instruments and services can be built in a decentralized manner. Because they are applications built on a particular blockchain, they can be combined, modified, and integrated as needed. The purpose of DeFi is to provide full control over assets and investments. Anyone can store, market, and invest their assets on the blockchain, and they might make a much bigger profit than in the traditional financial system. Because there are no intermediates managing the assets, DeFi offers full control over the investments. There are several types of financial services that the DeFi ecosystem makes available to users. These include lending protocols, stablecoin, DEXs, and investment platforms. Lending protocols are digital lending platforms built on a blockchain and are among the most popular DeFi services. They work similar to banks. Users deposit their funds and earn interest when someone else borrows digital assets. The difference is that these loans are managed through small contracts, which dictate loan conditions, connect creditors and debitors, and are responsible for the distribution of interest. By eliminating the middleman and with the transparency offered by the blockchain, the lender can make higher profits and better understand the risks. So, with DeFi, you can borrow money from a fund, you can deposit money into a fund, and you will have recurring interest, without any intermediates, of course. The most popular lending protocols include peer-to-peer platforms such as Dharma and liquidity pool projects such as Compound Finance or Loanscan.io. Unlike other types of cryptocurrencies, stablecoins are tokens designed to maintain a specific fixed value. This is usually done by binding fiat currencies such as the US dollar or other tradable assets such as gold. For those based on fiat currencies, there is a reserve for the specific fiat currency in a bank, and that reserve supports the stablecoin. Examples of such digital assets are Tether, digital gold, or True USD. The main problem is that in general these stablecoins are centralized and are based on currencies that are vulnerable to economic problems. They can also become risky when the community does not really trust the issuing company, such in the case of Tether. MakerDAO has issued another type of stablecoin, whose value is based on USD but guaranteed with Ethereum. For every token DAI, there is a $1.5 worth in Ether locked in the MakerDAO smart contract as collateral. Unlike centralized exchanges such as Coinbase and Binance, DEXs are peer-to-peer protocols without a central authority. The advantage of this approach is that there is no registrations, identity checks, or withdrawal fees. Like centralized platforms, DEXs use innovative methods such as atomic swaps for cryptocurrency conversion. Also, many of them claim they use non-custodial methods to ensure the exchange from an asset with a minimal settlement or risk time. The reality is that in order to ensure their operation, many DEXs use semi-centralized system. Also, the liquidity of these platforms highly depends on the number of users. The most popular DEXs are iDEX, Binance DEX, and Ether Delta. In this list, I will also mention DMAX, a Romanian decentralized margin trading platform that I find pretty awesome. Other types of DeFi products are based on non-fungible tokens, known as collectibles. OpenSea and Rarebyte are two examples of platforms for non-fungible tokens collectors. Dedicated security tokens are gaining popularity as institutional investors enter the decentralized finance market. This sector covers a wide range of platforms which offer both trading services and security token creation. Some examples are T0 from Overstock, Polymath, and Harbor. But how decentralized and how risky are the DeFi services? Depending on the offered services, all these systems have a certain degree of centralization at the present moment. Until the law will completely adapt to the concept of decentralized finance, there will always be a form of centralization. For example, in the case of purchasing a property on the blockchain, the law in your country must recognize the transaction. Like any high-yielding product, there is a certain risk associated with DeFi too. DeFi market is very small compared to the traditional finance, but has grown a lot since last year. The hope is that in the future the traditional financial market will be able to operate with digital assets and blockchain in perfect sync. If you want to see popular products in this niche, please have a look at defipulse.com. This is all about decentralized finance that I wanted to tell you. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comment section below and I will try to answer as soon as possible. Before closing the video, don't forget to press the thumbs up button so I know you liked it, and share it with your friends so many people find out useful information from the crypto space. I'm Christina, thank you for watching, see you next time!